Hi there, this is Life Prepper here, and this article is about three men who was arrested. They was saying they was preppers, and they was prepping for martial law. So apparently someone turned them in and reported them. So kind of things a little bit, the weather and everything here, so I'm sorry about the little bit of flow here. Now, this happened in North Carolina, Rawlins, North Carolina. Now, three North Carolina men fearing a government takeover and martial law stockpile weapons, ammunition, and tactical gear while attempting to rig home made explosives, according to charges announced by the Justice Department on Monday. Now, the men are from Gaston County near Charlotte, were arrested by federal authorities on Saturday after more than a month investigation. Well, and I'm not going to name the names of the gentlemen, but they was all different ages. One was 50, one's 41, one's 30. Are accused of stockpiling guns and ammunition as well as attempting to manufacture pipe bombs and live grenades from military surplus dummy grenades, according to unsealed complaint released Monday. The close to 60 pages of information compiled by federal authorities since July included allegations, plans to make explosives out of tennis balls covered in nails and cans, coffee cans filled with ball bearings. According to the document, both of them spoke openly about their opposition on a certain issue. A series of ongoing special forces training mission in several southwestern states have grown suspicious from residents who fear it is part of a planned military takeover. In addition to ammunition to a long-range .338 caliber rifle, the authorities said they purchased handheld radios, Kevlar helmets, body armor, and face masks in preparation for armed resistance to the fear military occupation. Gentleman was also planning to purchase an assault rifle along with ammunition along for another person who passed conviction for possession of stolen goods and cocaine borrowed him for possessing a gun, according to the documents. The FBI began its investigation in mid-June after receiving a tip about so-and-so and so-and-so attempting to make homemade explosives and later then being investigated Blank based on similar information that he was attempting to reconstruct grenades. Blank was quoted in a document calling his plans homemade explosive game changers, and authorities allege he planned to test devices with Blank in Shelby, North Carolina. The federal conspiracy charges carries the maximum penalty of 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. In addition, Blank has been charged with a separate firearm charge, punishable by 10 years imprisonment and a $10,000 fine. In addition to the FBI agencies assisting in the investigation, includes the North Carolina Highway Patrol, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, and the Federal Air Marshal Service, as well as the local police in Charlotte, Belmont, and Mount Holly, and Gastonia. The men will remain in federal custody pending the outcome determined hearing scheduled for Thursday. It was not immediately clear if they have attorneys. Now, I'm not saying they was right. They're trying to say that they was going to test these things on some town or city. They was going to do a terrorist act. But we've seen in the past on some of these survivalists and preppers that's been arrested, and they will claim to have this, when it's not always the case. And I'm not saying this is not true, because I don't know, I wasn't there. But someone complained about it. Someone turned them in fear of their lives or whatever. And sometimes it's best not to talk too much. I'd be a bit concerned if I was living close to them. I'll be honest with you. With bombs and grenades and things like that. You just don't know. Unfortunately, a lot of preppers can get talking a little bit, but unfortunately what happened is they got on the radar buying these equipment and these pieces. They got on the radar somehow, had how for certain, who knows, but this here, I don't know. I mean, this is what it's talking about. And you see this happening over and over again where they're going to homes and they're loaded with ammunition stuff. But this one here was saying is opposition to Jade Helm 15. You know, it's they're just using this kid's name on it, saying openly about their opposition to Jade Helm's 15, a series of ongoing special force training missions in several southwestern states that have drawn suspicions from residents who fear it is part of a planned military takeover. Well, you know, I don't know. It's a loaded question on it. But the fact that you're putting the word preppers here with these people is not fair to these basic down-to-earth preppers. It makes everyone look bad in the prepping community when they want to put a word to it. Now, they was in fear of martial law, and this is the extreme. Now, like I tell you, there's all different types of preppers, survivalists, bushcraft. There is those that does things like this. But they will judge other preppers by this. And I'm not saying what they did was right. I'm not saying what they did was wrong because I wasn't there and I don't know. I don't know. Every day, more and more of our rights are getting taken away. Every day, it seems like we have less and less freedom on things. So, you know, there's things are called in question more every day. So, it's a loaded question, but the fact is that they use the word preppers in this here. And talking about being preppers and preparing and fearing martial laws and stuff like that. It makes other people look bad. They're talking about preparing, you know, preparation for martial law. Well, you know, the weird thing about it, if something had happened and they had not been caught, and something had happened, people would be running to them to take care of them because they knew they had all the stuff. That's the ironic thing on it. Was they going to do terrorist acts? It said it was going to test it, but I don't know. Most preppers are just down to earth preppers. Most of us are just trying to take care of our families and our friends and situations like that. Most of them just trying to make sure we got supplies and water to hold us over until we can do better. Most of us are just teaching ourselves skills and how to do things. So when things like this happens, and it's sad that it does happen, but it does happen, they think we're all like that. I mean, do you think they should have, and I'm asking you this, do you think they should have just left these guys alone and let them done their stuff if they weren't bothering nobody? Do you think they was a threat? Do you think the government had a right to come in and take everything? Do you think the neighbors was justified feeling threatened by this? Do you think that maybe one or all three of them ran their mouth too much about what they was doing and got put on the radar by someone in the legal capacity? So they've been investigating for a while, talking about things they were buying and stuff like that. And what do you think? I think people like that can be very dangerous, but at the same time, people like that who prepares in that SHTF event could probably become very handy on it in a situation. Do I think they're terrorists? I don't know. Do I think they're going to do their test run in that other town they were talking about? I don't know. Do I think they make government think that all preppers are like that? Sometimes I think they do. They got tunnel vision when it comes to people who are preppers and survivalists and bushcrafts. It's a loaded question on this. So what do you think? Do you think they had a right to do this? Do you think they had a right to be left alone as long as they weren't bothering nobody and causing any problems? But if they did go and cause problems and do this, what they said it was going to do, then they should have been arrested. If they, especially when they were doing harm to innocent people in situations. So let me know what you think. This here was published August the 3rd, 2015. Again, it's the feds has charged 3 men right here for stockpiling, getting prepared for martial law. So what do you think? This is Live Prepper here. I want you to be safe, be happy. Bless you.